What time is it? All right, a very lovely Sunday morning from the studios of TNT 102.5 FM. Good morning. Welcome to the mainstream, a program carefully needed to review our national days. 1 minute is on the hour, 7 o'clock on the AM side. And today is the 8th day, the month of May 2022. On behalf of the producer, Alhaji Amizubai, on behalf of the production team, we are saying welcome one, welcome all. My name is Afiz Abu. Over back with the headlines after this short breather. Moving on to the headlines this morning, 2023, INEC excludes 124 parties from participation. 370 statutory delegates must sign your forms, APC tells Oshinbajo Amechi Azad. Fuel pump price jumps by 91% in 6 years. This is according to a particular report. Nigerian economy may enter into recession over port levy. This is coming from stakeholders. Police refuse kidnap of 50 UTME candidates in Edo. IGP orders punishment of cop vibing to cult songs. Bandits kill 56 in Zamfara communities. Another story building collapses in Lagos. Still 7-year headlines this morning. Tinubu campaign team react as DJ Abdulmumin Jibril dumps APC. I am leaving. Tinubu campaign DJ Jibril dumps APC. Another traditional ruler joins ancestors in Oyo. 2023 presidential election. CBN Governor Emefiele breaks silence on presidential ambition. On Biafra, Asarida Kubo slams Ezefe for backing Nnamdi Kanu IPOB. Governor Buni begs ASU to call off strike. Unity Schools, Lagos top enrollment has 69,828 candidate seats for NECO nationwide. On ASU strike, Buhari government has failed us, CUC. On banditry, Matawale commiserate with victim in Zamfara. Judge A1 scarcity, Elumelu urges Buhari to avert shutdown of airline operations. Lastly, on headlines this morning, NCC says no tariff hike by GSM service providers yet. These and many other stories are coming your way this morning on the mainstream on TNC 102.5 FM. Let's remind you that we are streaming live on Facebook using Tiwantiwa FM on Facebook at Tiwantiwa FM. Do well to join us in the studio this morning. We'll be back to give you details to the headlines and many other stories on the mainstream. We appreciate you for not breaking away on 2102.5 FM. 6 minutes has gone past 7 o'clock. We'll be taking off from the Punch newspaper this morning. On 2023, INEC excludes 24 parties from participation. No fewer than 124 political groups that applied for registration as political parties have been technically excluded from participating in the 2023 general election by the Independent National Electoral Commission. This, by implication, means that only the 18 parties that survived the Commission's last deregistration in 2020 will participate in the forthcoming election. It was reported on December 26, 2021, that 101 political associations had applied to the Commission for registration. The Deputy Director, SEDICOM at INEC, Olaide Okunge, in his response to Freedom of Information request sent by Sunday Punch, said the 101 associations applied between 2019 and December 2014. His response read in part, in reference to your letter dated December 9, 2021, the Commission wishes to inform you that from 2019 to December 14, 2021, a total of 101 political associations forwarded their letters of intent to be registered as political parties. Mr. Rotimi Oyekomi, the Chief Press Secretary to INEC Chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, confirmed the developments to one of the Punch correspondents in December, but noted that the Commission could not reveal the names of the associations because they had not been approved as political parties. It was however learned that 23 more political associations applied for registration between December 14th, 2021 and March 25th, 2022. It's a long report from the Punch newspaper this morning. For more, pick up today's edition of that publication, searching for this headline, 2023, INEC excludes 124 parties from participation. Still with the Punch newspaper this morning, 370 statutory delegates must sign your forms, APC tells Oshimbajo and Michi others. With the rider, lawmakers want parties not to deputing zoning. Now moving to the detail. As a precondition for submitting their expression of interest and nomination forms, presidential aspirants on the platform of the ruling All Progressives Congress are to submit with the forms the signatures of 10 statutory delegates from each state and the Federal Capital Territory. One of the Punch correspondents who cited the forms observed that each aspirant was required to get the signatures of 370 statutory delegates covering the 36 states of Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. As of Saturday afternoon, about 17 aspirants had obtained the 100 million naira forms, but it could not be ascertained how many of them had submitted the forms. Those who have picked the forms include Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, and Governors Yahaya Bello and Abubakar Badaru of Kogi and Jigawa State. About 30 aspirants have so far declared interest in the coveted office on the APC platform, while about 17 have obtained funds already. The party the guidelines and timetables released by its National Organizing Secretary Suleiman Agungo fixed Tuesday as the last day for the submission of forms. The party had come under criticism for the Form 18 letter of withdrawal attached to the forms. The aspirants were expected to sign the letter and submit it with their forms and other documents. For more on this report, pick up today's edition of the Punch newspaper. 370 statutory delegates must sign your forms, APC tells Osinbajo, Amechi, others. Alright, giving you a report from the Daily Post newspaper. 2023, I am leaving. Tinubu's campaign GG, Jibrin dumps APC. The Director General of the Bola Tinubu Campaign Organization at the moment, Jibrin, has announced his decision to dump the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. In a tweet on Saturday evening, Jibrin, who is expected to be actively involved in the coming APC presidential primary election, said he was moving on from the party. With this latest development, some Nigerians on social media are wondering what will become of his position in Tinubu's camp, while others wonder if the national leader of the APC may also dump the party. Jibrin said he would return with full details of his reasons to dump the ruling party, but there is the feeling that former lawmaker has envisaged a not-too-good future for Tinubu. I have done my best for APC. It's time to move on. I will announce my new political party within the next 24 hours, inshallah. I will make a formal statement in due course. Honorable at the moment, Jibrin tweeted, promising to provide more details later. Of course, this report has been generating reactions and counter-reactions. 2023, I am leaving. Tinubu's campaign DG, Jibrin dumps APC. This report is on the Daily Post newspaper. And in a swift reaction to that report, still with the Daily Post newspaper, Tinubu campaign team reacts as DG Abdulmumin Jibrin dumps APC. A member of the Bola Tinubu campaign organization has reacted to the resignation of its campaign director general, Abdulmumin Jibrin, from the All Progressives Congress, APC. Daily Post had reported that Abdulmumin Jibrin on Saturday announced his decision to dump the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. In a tweet on Saturday evening, Jibrin, who is expected to be actively involved in the coming APC presidential primary election, said he was moving on from the party. But speaking to the news agency of Nigeria on grounds of anonymity, the team said the former federal lawmaker's resignation had nothing to do with Tinubu or Jibrin's work as DG of the Tinubu Support Group Management Council. The source told NAM that Jibrin's resignation had to do with local issues in Kano APC. The source said Tinubu intends to solve the issues in the party. However, I understand Asiwaju Tinubu is intervening to resolve the matter with the party leadership in Kano. Driven, who was silent on his next move, also said on a Twitter handle that he would announce developments in due course. This report is on the Daily Post newspaper. Tinubu campaign team reacts as DG at the moment Jibrin dumps APC. Alright, from the Daily Post newspaper still, CBN Governor Emefiele breaks silence on presidential ambition. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, has reacted to a viral report on his intention to run for the presidency in the 2023 election. The governor of the Apex Bank has been under pressure and criticized since expression and nomination forms of a ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) were picked on his behalf on Friday. This scared calls from well-meaning Nigerians asking Emefiele to resign, declaring his presidential ambition as a serving governor undemocratic. Emefiele, in a thread on his verified Twitter page on Saturday, said he was yet to take a stand. The CBN boss said God would direct his decision in the next few days. He said he would use his hard-earned savings to fund the project in compliance with Nigeria's constitution should he take a decision to join the contest. I am humbled by the growing interest of those asking that I run for the office of president in the 2023 general election. I have not come to that decision. I note and salute the sacrifices of those farmers and patriots going as far as raising personal funds and offering me presidential nomination forms. I thank them most profusely, he wrote. Emefiele said should he answer their calls and decide to seek presidential nomination, I will use my own hard-earned savings from over 35 years of banking leadership to buy my own nomination forms without progress in an open and transparent manner in full compliance with the laws and constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And should I not run for elected office, I will continue to serve and sacrifice for the good people of Nigeria under the able leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. CBN Governor Emefiele breaks silence on presidential ambition. This report is on the Daily Post newspaper. Alright, giving you this from the Daily Post newspaper still, another traditional ruler joins ancestors in Oyo. Another traditional ruler in Oyo State, the Jerry land, Oba Elijah Olaniyi Popola joined his ancestors. The Daily Post gathered that the death of Oba Popola is coming after the death of some prominent traditional rulers in the state. The Daily Post gathered that the Onijero of Jerryland in Ogbomoso South local government area of the state, Oba Elijah Olaniyi Popola, joined his ancestors on Friday at the age of 85 after a brief illness. It was learned that the monarch ascended the throne in the year 2008. Newsmen gathered that no fewer than 7 traditional rulers have joined their ancestors in the last 6 months in the state. Prominent among the traditional rulers who have joined their ancestors in the last 6 months in the state are the Onigbesi, Seun of Ogbomoso, Olubadan of Ibadan land, and Alaafin of Oyo, among others. Long report from the Daily Post newspaper. Another traditional ruler joins ancestors in Oyo. Let's move to the Guardian newspaper from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Wike rejoices, Imo grieves as Supreme Court seats 17 oil wells to Rivers. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike is over the moon following the Supreme Court verdict on the subsisted boundary dispute between Rivers and Imo State. But in Imo, it is Attic. The Apex Court yesterday gave the ownership rights of an oil well in Ndoni and a Grima community to Rivers, ending the political arrangement on the sharing of revenue from the facilities. Hailing the ruling in Port Harcourt, which explains that the state was in court with neighboring Imo not to claim victory, but to defend its ownership rights of oil wells in Akre and Mbede communities. The governor said it bears repeating that requests to defend our ownership rights through the court over the Akre and Mbede oil wells was not intended to claim victory over Imo or any other state. We also deplore the collusive actions of the National Boundary Commission, NBC, which unfortunately has functioned more in causing confusion than resolving boundary disputes. According to Wike, while the dispute lingered, NBC did nothing in demarcating the boundaries to establish the proper location and title to the disputed oil wells. He added that instead of ensuring that NBC did its work, former Governor Emeka Hediola of Imo rejected the 50-50 sharing formula and claimed exclusive ownership of the oil wells. Alright, for more on this report, it's on the Guardian newspaper. Wike rejoices, Imo grieves as Supreme Court cedes 17 oil wells to Rivers. Still with the Guardian newspaper this morning, Group picks nomination form for AFDB President Additional with riders worried to meet APC governors, leaders on primaries. 27 aspirants pay, 24 collect APC presidential funds. Now to the detail. A coalition of groups yesterday purchased All Progressive Congress APC 100 million naira expression of interest and nomination funds for the President of the African Development Bank AFDB and former Minister of Agriculture Dr. Akinwumi Adesina to contest for the 2023 presidency. Sources close to the group told The Guardian that a pro-additional group would storm the party secretariat the day Sunday by noon to dig the form. Party sources also disclosed that 27 presidential aspirants had paid for their nomination funds, but 22 approached the secretariat to collect the funds, hoping that the remaining 4 aspirants who were yet to collect their funds would show up by tomorrow Monday to do so. Meanwhile, it was also gathered that President Muhammadu Buhari would soon meet some APC governors and party chieftains to show direction the primaries would go and possibly give a further clue on his preferred candidate. A coalition of 28 groups that paid for additional funds included Youth Arise Movement, Nigerians in Diaspora, One Nigerian Group, Prudent Youth Association of Nigeria, women groups, farmers, people with disabilities, and other civil society groups. Long report from the Guardian newspaper. Interesting one. 2023 Group picks nomination for AFDB President Additional. right, taking a look at this report from the Vanguard newspaper. NCC says no tariff hike by GSM service providers yet. The Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) yesterday officially admitted receipt of a letter from the telecommunications operators requesting for tariff increments. However, the Commission quickly allayed fears that such steps could be carried out because accordingly, even the operators know that the issue of tariff increment follows a rigorous cost-based study which has a due process. A statement containing receipt of a letter and the Commission's response to it issued by the Director, Public Affairs, Dr. Ikechukwu Ajinde, says that the Commission has monitored with keen interest the deluge of reports in the media on the demands by mobile network operators (MNOs) ostensibly to increase tariffs of telecom services and are taking note of the fears being expressed by telecom subscribers on the agitation. Consistent with the international best practice and established regulatory procedures, the NTC ensures its regulatory activities are guided by regular cost-based and empirical studies to determine appropriate cost, offer, and floor price within which service providers are allowed to charge their subscribers for services delivered. This report is in the Vanguard newspaper. NCC says no tariff hike by GSM service providers yet. Before going on a commercial break, simply giving you this report from the Vanguard newspaper. Just A1 price high, airline will not withdraw flight services statement. Ibom Airlines Limited, Ibom Air, says it is not taking part in the withdrawal of flight services as announced by Airline Operators of Nigeria (AON). AON has inched its resolve to shut down domestic flights over the increase in the price of aviation fuel. The airline's chief executive officer, Umfon Udam, in a statement on Saturday in Lagos, explained that the clarification was necessary to let members of the public know the airline's stance on the matter. According to the statement, the carrier cited its financial obligations to suppliers, financiers, and workers who depend on an uninterrupted flow of revenue to service as reasons for remaining in the service. For more, this report is on the Vanguard newspaper. We'll come back with more stories after this break.
The beauty of being a business owner is getting your products and services known to the world as well as a great profit margin. Do you want what you do to go beyond the shores of Africa? Do you want your occasion and events to get your targeted audience without stress? Do you want your voice heard like never before? Look no further. TNT Radio 102.5 is here for you. Put your wares, products, and services right in the waiting hands of your customers when you advertise with us. Because this medium to thank our older news listeners. We're committed to giving you the best of information, entertainment, and education always and every day. Do stay with us as we take you global. Visit our commercial unit today for announcements and advert placements. TNT 102.5 FM along at the Sheikh Road, Ijabu, Kwara State. Or telephone 0909 888 1025 or 0909 777 1025 or 0704 422 1025. TNT 102.5 FM radio. It's your business, our platform, and your profit.
welcome back from that break. Remember to advertise your products and services with TNT Radio 102.5 FM. Don't forget, it is your business and of course it is a platform, but your profit as well. Don't forget to also join us right in the studio on Facebook at Tiwantiwa FM. At Tiwantiwa FM. We'll continue serving you stories which airlines have been taken earlier on the mainstream. We'll return to the Punch newspaper. IGP orders punishment of cop vibing to crowd song. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has given an order for the punishment of one corporal, Isaac Matthew, currently serving in Ebonyi State, who was arrested for directing to a confraternity song in a viral video. Isaac was caught on video, dressed in the Nigerian Police Force uniform, singing and dancing while transition his rifle as the direction song played in the background. The force spokesperson Muyiwa Adejobi said in a statement that Matthew acted contrary to the ethics of Nigerian police force. Adejobi said the corporal also violated the provision of the NPS social media policy, penal laws, and other extant laws regulating the conduct and discipline of policemen. He said the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has directed the Commissioner of Police in charge of the Ebonyi State to detain the command's OC Provost to hand over the erring officer to the First Provost Marshal for necessary disciplinary actions. The act of the officer in question, which is clearly calculated to portray the NPF negatively, is discreditable conduct in line with the provisions of the first schedule to Regulation 370 of the Police Regulations. His actions equally violated the provisions of the NPF social media policy, penal laws, and other extant laws regulating the conduct and discipline of all police officers. IGP orders punishment of cop vibing to cult song. This report is on the Punch newspaper. From Benue State, we're moving to Edo State, and of course still with the Punch newspaper this morning. Police refuse kidnap of 50 UTME candidates in Edo. The Edo State Police Command has refuted social media reports that 50 kids who were going for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination in Benin were kidnapped. The State Command spokesperson SP Bello Contant urged the public to disregard the report, described as misleading. He stated the Edo State Police Command has been alerted to a misleading report making the rounds on social media, alleging that over 50 school children on their way to write UTME in Okada, Ovia Northeast, were kidnapped by herdsmen, and this has caused confusion in the state. It is important to state that the command under the leadership of CP Abutu Yaro has not recorded such incidents in Benin or anywhere else in Edo State. The command therefore wishes to inform the general public that the viral report making the rounds is not only misleading, but capable of creating panic and an attempt by the authors to paint the police and other sister security agencies in bad light. This report is on the Punch newspaper. Police refuse kidnap of 50 UTME candidates in Edo. Still with the Punch newspaper this morning, fuel pump price jumps by 91% in 6 years. This is according to a report. The cost of fuel pump in the cost of fuel pump increased from 87 naira per litre as of December 2015 to 165.77 naira by December 2021, showing an increase of 90.34%. This is according to the fuel pump price per litre average PMS data from the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation became the sole importer of petrol in Nigeria in 2016 after the federal government introduced the price modulation mechanism, which saw the pump price of a commodity rise. A few months after the hike in May 2016, the value of crude oil in the international market soared, while the value of Nigeria's currency, the naira, slipped to almost 500 naira per dollar from about 197 naira to the dollar. This affected the landing cost of petrol, which rose steeply, and the country not willing to hike the pump price of a commodity again, soon returned to subsidizing the product. The NNPC said that fuel subsidy got 306.92 billion naira in 2015. Right, it's a long report with different figures. For more on this report, fuel pump price jumps by 91% in 6 years. Report pick up today's edition of the Punch newspaper. Let's take this report from the Daily Post newspaper. Jet A1 scarcity. Elumelu urges Buhari to avert shutdown of airline operations. The minority caucus in the House of Representatives has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to take immediate steps to avert an imminent shutdown of flight operations over the unbearable high cost of aviation fuel. Jet A1 from 190 naira to 700 naira per litre. The minority leader of the House of Representatives, Honorable Ndudi Elumelu, who stated this in a statement Saturday, warned that an imminent shutdown of flight operations will have grave consequences on national life. The Daily Post reports that Airline Operators of Nigeria, AON, have threatened to shut down flight operations in the country by Monday, May 9, 2022, due to the unbearable high cost of aviation fuel. Jet A1 from 190 naira to 700 naira per litre. This report is on the Daily Post newspaper. Jet A1 scarcity. Elumelu urges Buhari to avert shutdown of airline operations. Moving to the education sector this morning from the Daily Post newspaper. On ASU strike, Buhari government has failed us, TUC. The Trade Union Congress, TUC, in Kogi State has lambasted President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government over the lingering strike embarked upon by the Academic Staff Union of University, ASU. Chairman of TUC in Kogi State, Comrade Roti Ojo, who during an interview with Daily Post on Saturday said President Buhari's body language to the ongoing strike shows that his administration has no plan for the future of Nigerian youth. Ojo, while expressing worries over the continuous crisis rocking the nation's educational sector, said the students are always at the receiving end when organized union down to press home their demands, saying that the present administration, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, has failed Nigerians, adding that things are falling apart and the government is no longer in control of the country. For more on this headline, as the strike, Buhari government has failed us, TUC, you can pick up today's edition of the Daily Post newspaper. And in a similar development from the Daily Post newspaper, Governor Buni begs ASU to call off strike, announces the detail. Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni has begged the leadership of Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Yobe State University branch, to call off its ongoing solidarity strike and backed by its national body. The governor, represented by the secretary to the state government, Baba Malam Wali, made the appeal when he hosted members of the union as well as management of the varsity in a meeting. He told them that the meeting was convened to appeal to the union to review its earlier decision of joining the ongoing nationwide strike and backed upon by their national body as a mark of solidarity. Buni added that this should be in consideration of outcries by parents and students of YSU, and bearing in mind that there are virtually no outstanding issues between the state government, the management of YSU, and the union that could warrant such action. Governor Buni begs ASU to call off strike. This report is on the Daily Post newspaper. On security, banditry, Matawale commiserate with victims in Zamfara. Governor Bello Mohammed Matawale of Zamfara State has called for special prayers that would restore peace in the state. Matawale said his administration was doing all it could to end the banditry activities in the state. The governor says this when he visited victims of banditry attacks in Mada and Magazu communities of the state. Matawale, who was represented by the acting governor of the state, Senator Hassan Mohammed Nasir Gosal, expressed the governor's sympathy to the various incidents that happened, especially in these two communities and their environs, where many lives were reportedly lost and several others kidnapped. He assured the communities and the entire state that his administration will continue to fight these criminals until the required peace and tranquility is achieved in every part of Zamfara state. For more on this report is on the Daily Post newspaper. Banditry, Matawale commiserate with victims in Zamfara. Let's quickly take this before opening the phone lines for the second segment of our program this morning. PDP announces date for Northwest Zonal Congress. The National Working Committee, NWC of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has approved the conduct of the party's Northwest Zonal Congress to elect zonal executive officers and national ex-officio in the Northwest Zone. PDP, in a statement by its National Publicity Secretary Debo Olugbagba Saturday, explained that the exercise is scheduled to hold on Monday, May 9th, 2022 at the zonal headquarters, Kaduna State. The opposition party's NWC requests all leaders, critical stakeholders, and its teaming members in the Northwest to be guided accordingly for a smooth and hitch-free exercise. For more on this report, it's on the Daily Post newspaper. PDP announces date for Northwest Zonal Congress. Pick up today's edition of the Daily Post newspaper for more on that report. Alright, thank you for not breaking away on Center Radio 102.5 FM. It's your turn to be part of the program. You can put a call through using the following lines, but in doing so, do not forget to keep your comments concise, precise, and civil. It is 1 minute, 60 seconds. That is 1 minute, just 1 minute per caller. The studio lines are 0909 444 1025, 0909 444 1025, or 070 1384 1025. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good to have you. Thank you, Mr. Jimo from EDA. Thank you for your contribution. 0909 444 1025 or 0905 897 3138. Hello, good morning. Okay, we love that call. You can try 0905 897 3138. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
Percent of Nigerians because surprise GSM providers. It is not luxury to use GSM the necessity because the usage controls the movement of people from one place to another. God bless Nigeria. God bless.
Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning. Please, you have to speak up. All right, try picking up when you call back 0905 897 3138, 0905 897 3138. Please, when calling in, try as much as possible to speak up so we can hear you very well. Hello, good morning. We'll try you.
Central Bank, being a Minister of Agriculture, yeah, I know.
Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning. Good, your name and where you're calling from.
We have to know.
All right, God bless you. Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from. Hello, good morning. Okay. Mm.
Coming out, I want president. I want president. It's too much for this Nigeria.
All right, thank you, Mr. Falanshaw from Atari. We appreciate you for your contribution on the program. 0909-444-1025. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from. Good morning. God bless you. Alhaji Adeshina. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from. That's why you. Hmm. God bless you too. Thank you for your contribution, Mr. Bamidele Ige. Let's see if we can quickly sneak in just one more call on the show before dropping a BYE. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from, sir? Good to have you. All right, thank you for your contribution. Well, to a very large extent, the nomination forms being purchased belongs to the party, of course. When you buy a good or when you buy a product, then most of the products are not a Sunday go, so that answers the question. That's how far we can go on today's edition of the mainstream this morning. We appreciate everyone who has contributed on the program. Adiwali Shogo, we thank you for joining on Facebook. Adi White Abdulrazak, we thank you. Moron Kadi Abdul Jalil, Mahmoud Shiabola, thank you for joining on Facebook. Let's be on standby for the Yoruba version of the mainstream Oyela on 2102.5 FM. On behalf of the producer, the production team, we are saying a very big thank you. Always remember to be a patriotic citizen of Nigeria and be a good ambassador of Nigeria wherever you find yourself. Today is Sunday, the 8th day, the month of May 2022. Remember to pray for Nigeria in the various religious houses. My name is Afiz Labu. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
All by us. Pop.